So this is our last topic for poultry production. We need to compute poultry productivity parameters, and for our desired learning outcomes, this is what we need to achieve by the end of this session. That is to analyze productivity differences among layer, broiler, and native poultry production systems by evaluating growth performance and key technical parameters. These are very important. These parameters are very important because they reflect the productivity as well as efficiency of the farm, of the layer farm, the broiler farm, and the poultry farm in general. So we have here example values or example figures for broiler production. So for example, initial weight is 45 grams. So yung halimbawa, ito ay record natin sa farm ano. And the initial weight of the broilers, 45 grams yon. So when we talk of initial weight, yun yung weight or timbang ng broiler chickens upon arrival sa ating mga farms. So 45 grams. And then, total feed consumption nila, 3 kilograms. Pag sinabi nating total feed consumption, yun yung dami ng feeds na na-consume nila simula pagdating sa farm until sa sila ay maibenta. So 3 kilograms lahat. And then feeding durations, we fed them for a total of 30 days. And then after 30 days, yung kanilang timbang ay 1.6 kilograms na. So what we need to compute ay yung kanilang total gain in weight in grams, average daily gain, so that is expressed in grams per day, feed conversion ratio, and then feed conversion efficiency. So let's start with solving the first. So total gain in weight muna. So ang ibig sabihin ng total gain in weight is ilang kilograms or ilang grams ang kanilang ibinigat simula nang sila ay nabili or na-purchase hanggang sa sila ay maibenta. So the formula is just simply using using the weight at 30 days or weight at market or yung kanilang final weight. And then from this value, we subtract or tatanggalin natin yung kanilang weight nung sila ay dumating sa farm. So substituting the values that we have, the weight at 30 days is 1.6 kilograms based on the given. But since what we need is grams na final weight or na final value or na final answer, we need to convert 1.6 kilograms into grams. So to convert that, we multiply 1.6 kilograms by 1,000 grams and then subtract 45 grams na initial weight. So playing in the values, we get a total gain in weight of 1,555 grams. Yan yung kanilang binigat simula ng binili mo hanggang sa sila ay maibenta. And then, for the ADG, the formula for ADG or average daily gain is total gain in weight divided by the feeding duration. So the total gain in weight is 1,555 grams divided by the 30 days na duration ng pagpapakain natin sa kanila. So, performing the operation, we get 51.83 grams per day. Yan yung kanilang ibinigat every day. Average daily gain. So, they gain 51.83 grams kada araw. For FCR naman, the formula is input over output. So our input sa broiler production is the total feed consumption yung kanilang kinakain. Because that is translated to muscle, to gain, weight gain. And then for the output is their gain in weight. So we just substitute the total feed consumption, which is 3 kilograms. And then yung kanilang total gain in weight is grams. So they are two different their units of measurements are different. So what we need is dapat same yung kanilang units of measurement. So total feed consumption, we need to convert this into grams. So your 3 will now become 3,000 grams. And then we just copy the total gain in weight, which is 1,555 grams. So 3,000 divided by 1,555 grams equals 1.93. Now, if you decide to use kilograms instead of grams, pwede rin. Basta, pareho yung kanilang unit. So, if you decide na huwag nang i-convert into grams, itong 3 kilograms, so pwedeng mag-remain na lang itong 3 kilograms. And then, yung nasa denominator, ang need i-convert para maging kilograms. So, which, either way, pwedeng gawin. Basta, ang principle is, they should have the same units of measurement. The numerator and the denominator should have the same units of measurement. So, FCR equals 1.93. So, ang ibig sabihin ng 1.93 na FCR is the broiler chickens consumed 1.93 kilograms of feeds in order to gain 1 kilogram body weight. So, yun ang kinain nila, ang kinonsume nila, 1.93 kilograms of feeds para sila ay bumigat ng 1 kilo. And then, we also have here another parameter, that is your FCE, or feed conversion efficiency. FCE is just the opposite or reciprocal of FCR. So, babalik rin lang natin, magiging output over input siya. So, output over input, that's 1,555 grams divided by 3,000 grams, we get 0.52 na value. So notice na FCR and FCR are unitless because we cancel out grams in the numerator and the denominator. So magiging 0.52 lang ang FCE. Pero when we are trying to interpret it, ang interpretation ng FCE is 0.52 kilograms ang ibinigat nila nung sila ay nag-consume ng 1 kilong feeds. Yun ang ibig sabihin. They gained 0.52 kilograms na body weight, kilogram body weight, when they were fed 1 kilogram feed. Yon ang ibig sabihin ng, or ang interpretation ng FCE. Okay. I hope you were able to understand yung discussion natin or computation ng broiler production parameters. Now we move on to computing the parameters for layer production naman. So we have here given values. First is number of hens. Suppose we have 10 hens sa ating farm. And the initial age of layer hens ay 20 weeks. So ibig sabihin, 20 weeks na sila nung sila ay nag-start na maalagaan or mangitlog. And then initial body weight nila ay 1,500 grams or that's equivalent to 1.5 kilograms. And then, duration of laying period, 30 days. Total feed consumption, that is 36 kilograms. So itong mga naka-reflect na values dito ay reference natin, 10 hens. So ibig sabihin yan, yung 36 kilograms na yan, siya yung total na na-consume ng 10 hens or layer hens. And then, total egg production, 240 pieces. Ibig sabihin nito, 240 pieces of eggs ang na-produce nilang eggs for a duration of 30 days nung 10 hens na yon. And then, the average egg weight ay 60 grams. So, we need to compute HDEP. By the way, HDEP stands for hen day egg production. And then, we also have to compute egg mass per hen per day. And then FCR also as well as FCE. Because these are very important parameters in layer production. Let's start with HDEP or your hen day egg production. That is computed by dividing the total egg production divided by the number of hen days. Ibig sabihin ng number of hen days, yun yung ilang araw mo silang inalagaan or ano yung duration ng kanilang pangingitlog multiplied by the number of hens in the farm times 100 because this is expressed in percentage. So plugging in the values, we have 240 eggs, yun yung total egg production, divided by number of hen days. To compute for the number of hen days, we need to multiply the number of hens in the farm. So we have 10 hens times 30 days na duration of laying period. Yun ang number of hen days times 100. Now, I'm emphasizing the formula for number of hen days because sometimes students miss to write the number of or to multiply the number of hens. Ang nilalagay lang kasi nila is number of days or duration of laying period. So kulang yon. To compute the number of hen days, we have to multiply the number of hens in the farm multiplied by the duration of laying period. Yun. So we perform the operation 240 divided by 300 times 100 equals 80%. So interpretation is the hens produce eggs on 80% of the days during the production period. I hope you understood. They produced eggs. So egg production was 80% of the days during the production period. So ibig sabihin nun, hindi everyday naiitlog yung mga hens. Hindi everyday naiitlog yung 10 hens. Kaya 80% lang. Or 8 sa kanila ay naiitlog per day. Or pwede rin out of 10 days, 8 lang ang na-produce na eggs. Next, we compute egg mass. Egg mass is different from egg weight. Ang egg weight ay yung timbang mismo ng egg pag ginamitan mo or when you use weighing scale. Egg mass is computed as the total egg mass. So since we need to compute the egg mass per hen per day, we need to compute the total egg mass divided by the number of hen days. So to compute the total egg mass, we need to multiply the number of eggs produced or total egg production times average egg weight. Yun ang egg mass. Once again, total egg mass is i-multiply mo yung total number of eggs produced by the average weight. And then, number of hen days naman, just like what I've said earlier, number of hen days is computed by multiplying the number of hens times the duration of the laying period. Sorry, I forgot to delete itong times 100, no? Please remove itong times 100. So multiplying, so 240 times 60 divided by 10 times 30, that is equivalent to 48 grams per hen per day. That means, bawat layer hen, produced an average of 48 grams of eggs per day. Next, we need to compute FCR. So pareho lang na input over output ang formula, just like what we did in the broiler production. Pero dito kasi, ang output na is egg mass. Yung output sa broiler production is total gain in weight. Since ang focus sa layer production is eggs, the output is egg mass. That's our divisor. So we substitute the values. Feed intake is 36 kilograms divided by egg mass. The egg mass is can be computed by multiplying the total egg production times the average egg weight. Tama? Just like what we did in the previous slide. 240 eggs times 60 grams. Pero bakit ko siya na-divide ng 1,000 grams? Because our numerator is 36 kilo. Our numerator, ang unit of measurement niya ay kilograms. So dito sa baba, kailangan din siya i-convert into kilograms para mag-cancel out. So 36 divided by the value of this, which is, so kung kukumputin mo itong 240 times 60 divided by 1,000, magiging 14.4 siya. So 36 kilograms divided by 14.4, cancel out kilograms, we are left with 2.5 na FCR. So ito, ang ginamit na unit, kilograms. Pero kung gusto mo naman, grams ang gamitin na unit, since grams ang egg mass na na-compute natin kanina, pwede rin. So we just convert, ang i-convert lang natin dito sa part na is the numerator or the feed intake. Because the given na feed intake is, or feed consumption is 36 kilograms. So kailangan mo siya i-convert into grams. So to convert that into grams, we just multiply 36 kilograms by 1,000 grams. And then, dividing it by the egg mass na 240 eggs times 60 grams. So 36,000 grams divided by 14,400 grams, cancel out grams equals 2.5. So whichever unit of measurement ang gamitin, basta consistent, pareho yung unit of measurement sa numerator at denominator, because they cancel out, same pa rin ang makocompute na FCR. Now we interpret this as the hens required or consumed 2.5 kilogram of feeds, 2.5 kilograms of feeds to produce 1 kilogram of eggs. Yun ang FCR. Next, FCE naman is just the opposite. So baliktarin lang natin is just the reciprocal of the formula of the FCE. Sorry, you have to correct this. All of these should be FCE. Dapat lahat namang ito ay FCE. Please correct that in the handout. No? Applying the values, we get 0.4. So babalik rin lang natin. 14.4 kilograms divided by 36. We cancel out kilograms. We are left with 0.4 na FCE. This should be FCE. Ang interpretation nito is the hens converted 0.40 kilogram of eggs for every 1 kilogram of feed consumed. Ibig sabihin, yung weight ng eggs na na-produce nila, kada 1 kilo ng feeds na kinoconsume nila is 0.4 kilograms or 400 grams if you convert that into grams. So aside from those na kinocompute natin, we also have egg shape index. So meron tatlong egg shape na ideal, or we call it the normal egg shape. We also have the round and elongated or sharp. So ang other term for elongated is sharp. These are the 3 egg shape indices. So there's a formula to compute itong mga percentages. Ang ginagamit natin na values to compute egg shape index is yung egg width, gaano kalapad ang egg, at saka gaano kahaba. Egg width divided by egg length. The usual units of measurement for egg width and egg length are millimeters. And we measure that using a caliper, which you already tried na, using. So egg width divided by egg length times 100, we convert that into percentage. So, suppose, ang sample, merong itlog na mineasure natin. Ang haba niya or egg length is 60 millimeters and meron siyang lapad na 45 millimeters. Is the substitute these values to compute the egg shape index. So we computed 75%. So itong 75% ngayon ay gagamitin natin to classify the eggs based on their shape indices. So ito yung range para ma-classify siya na normal, 70 to 76%. Ang ma-compute na egg shape index, normal yon, normal shaped or the ideal shape. Kung naman greater than 76% ang kanyang egg shape index, round yon. Kung naman less than 72%, elongated yon or sharp. So based on our computed value na 75%, the example na meron tayo is normal ang egg shape. Now, why are we computing egg shape index? Because eggs that are too round or too elongated are more likely to crack. So very important yun na classify natin ng eggs. Kasi handag plastar the egg trays. I mean, a normal shape egg has better shell strength distribution. Standard egg trays are designed for normal shaped eggs, obviously, di ba? So wala namang egg trays, wala pa ako nakitang egg trays na specific for elongated shapes. At saka, parang meron din naman na round shapes, pero konti lang. Parang mas mag-fit pa ang round shape kesa sa sharp. And then, for yung mga abnormal shaped eggs, they don't fit properly and they get more damage during transport kasi hindi sila sumasakto or handag plastarigi, standard shape na egg trays. So, and also, i-consider din natin yung consumers, our market. No? They prefer uniform, normal shape eggs. So, kung napapansin ninyo, pag pumupunta kayo sa market or kapag nagtitinda kayo ng itlog or kapag bumibili kayo ng itlog, notice na yung mga consumers, ang pinipili nila ay normal shape eggs. Hindi nila masyadong pinipili yung ganitong shape na eggs, yung elongated at saka ganyan. Parang automatic na sa kanila na piliin nila yung ideal shape or the normal shape na eggs. So that ends our discussion for the last part of poultry production. Thank you very much and I hope you learned something.